It's greatness, greatness, greatness. You look into my eyes, you can see what I see. If you can say the world won't be the same without me, then we call that greatness, greatness. That's a blessing. But wait a second, look, while we on the subject, let me ask a question.
Hello and welcome to the Uzzi Sports Show. I'm Valluzzi, and joining me today, Jayson Zeva, wide receiver in the class of 2023 at St. John the Baptist. Jayson, thank you so much for being here, man.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and you've had an amazing summer. You know, your junior year was great, and now all these camps. And one thing that I've noticed, you know, when you go to these camps, and something that's really stuck out to me and, you know, a lot of other people when watching you, has been your route running ability. You know, what makes you so great at that trait of the game?
I feel like my whole life, I've always put so much of an emphasis over route running and creating separation. I've definitely worked with some of like the best trainers around here. Like I've worked with Coach Valluzzi, and I used to get training sessions in with Sideline Hustle. He's a great receiver trainer. I know he moved on. He's pretty big now. But I've just really always put pretty strong emphasis over that. And I've always like been working real hard to be able to create separation.
Yeah, and that route running ability of yours was on full display at the All Northeast Showcase. You know, going into that one, it was one of the most hyped up showcases for, you know, New York football fans. I saw a lot of extremely talented players. And, you know, going into it, I saw you're going to the showcase. You had to go against some really good defensive backs. You know, Erasmus Hall, their amazing DBs were there, Hills East, you know, so I mean, a lot of really talented guys, but, you know, you still played extremely well. You were one of the standout wide receivers. You know, what was the key to playing so well over there?
I think always confidence has like a crazy big role in my game, because it's like sometimes when I step on the line, I really don't think about who the DB is, where he's from, who he plays for. I know what I have to do, and I can control what I can control in order to get open, especially at higher level DBs. I just got to be in control of the rep. So that definitely helps a lot.
And then after the All Northeast, you went to the Best of New England camp where you put on a show. But I mean, how was the experience at that camp for you?
It was great. It was a really great camp. I think it was definitely run really well, and a lot of great competition there. And there were so many coaches, which was a big plus for that camp. Definitely got a lot of exposure from it, and made the most out of all my reps there. And I really think I performed to the best of my ability.
Now, your summer has been really eventful, to say the least. So, you know, for people who are going to be watching you this upcoming season, what's one thing in your game that you really think has elevated that people should watch out for during your senior campaign?
I think definitely something that I put a big emphasis over this summer was my speed, like straight line speed, and making plays after the catch. Because I always I was a great route runner, and I was able to create space. But I think I'm gonna add a new element to my game with the plays after the catch.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see that. I mean, I can't wait. And another thing, you know, with the summer and stuff, obviously recruiting has been huge, you know, summer going into your senior year. You know, who are some of the colleges that have showed interest in you, and, you know, vice versa?
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of interest from CAA schools, Division I CAA, and a lot of FCS interest right now. I don't have any offers, but I'm not too worried about that right now. I'm just controlling what I can control and just going to play to the best of my ability.
And one of those things that you could control is the classroom. You know, your GPA is very good. So, I mean, how important is that, you know, off the field's got to be big?
Yeah, my whole life, my family has always put a huge emphasis in the classroom, and I've always been locked in, and I've been a successful student, and I just finished this year. I got my grades back today. I finished with 100 average for the fourth quarter. So I always like put school first.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And going into your senior year now over at St. John's, you guys had a good season last year. You guys made it to the title game before falling to Holy Trinity. But if you take a look at this upcoming season, you know, you lose some key seniors, including Mark Anthony Scott, who was an extremely talented running back for you guys. So, I mean, what do all these losses mean for you and your offense as a whole?
Well, for me, I just think I love my guys, like my seniors that are left. It's going to be a lot different playing without them, but I really think this is a great opportunity for some of the other guys to step up next year and really make a name for ourselves and to really prove to show what we could really do. because I think we have a lot that we didn't show last year that we can really come out this year and get some explosive plays. So
Yeah, and one of the big storylines that, I've noticed throughout, going on Twitter and everything, obviously with the Catholic schools, you'll get some transfers, coming in and out. But at St. John's, Michael Wheat, a quarterback in the public schools, he's coming to be a Cougar now. How's the relationship, growing with him this offseason?
Yeah, I'm pumped, man. Me and Mike, we've been teammates for a while, and we've been playing since we were little. So we've always had a little chemistry, and we've been getting to work this summer, and we really got something special for next year. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, one thing I noticed was he seems to be like a real gunslinger. I've seen some videos, has a really strong arm. I mean, how excited are you to really be working with him? Because, I mean, you told me, your straight line speed has really improved. I mean, that connection could be something special.
Yeah, it is going to be special. I think it's always a receiver's dream to have a quarterback that can really put the ball like wherever he needs it, like on any of my routes. And I'm going to make his job easier too with my route running.
Yeah, and you guys are going to be in the AA this year. The AA is stacked, in my opinion. You have more Catholic, you have Holy Trinity, a lot of really talented teams. What are some of your expectations for you and your team in the conference?
I think we're going to be really successful next year. I think if we all put in the work that we've been putting in this offseason and we just continue to keep the energy up, and if we keep on getting to work, I think we're going to be very successful next season. I think we have good chance of going to basically do what we did last year, but we got to finish next year.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And one of the things with last year, you guys fell to Holy Trinity in a really close championship game. Now you guys are both in the AA. And, some people have said, a little bit of a rivalry has really been building up as you guys played twice last year. You're going to have them on the schedule again. I mean, they have a lot of high-ranked players. So, I mean, how excited are you to go against the Titans this upcoming season once again?
I'm hyped, man. I always love the competition between us and Trinity. I mean, those guys are all my teammates too, so we always love going against each other, and it's always great because at the end it's all love between us. But it is always great to have good competition like them. We're not playing them in the regular season though, but we'll definitely see them in the playoffs.
Oh, wait, so for the AA this year, so you guys are both in the same conference. So you guys have more like crossover games, right? With some single A schools and then some triple.
Yeah, we're Chris and Kellenberg, Christ the King, St. Peter's. We don't have Trinity in the regular season, but we're going to see them in the off season for sure.
Yeah, no, I really think once the playoffs come around, there's a good chance that matchup could happen. Yeah. So no, that's going to be really exciting when you guys go at it there. And there's a question that I always ask. We're going to go, right into it. If you could add one game on your schedule, who are you picking and why? It could be Long Island, New York City, public, private, whoever you want, man. Who are you going with?
I think I would have to go with St. Anthony's. I mean, it's obviously I went there my freshman year, but it would be a great matchup because those are all my guys, and I would think it would be a really good competition between us. And like I said earlier, I love the competition. I think it would be great going against a strong team like them, and I think we would do pretty well. So I think that would be a great matchup.
Oh, that would be amazing. Hopefully, one day we'll get a St. John's, St. Anthony's matchup. We had it in spring of 2021 when, there wasn't, during the COVID rules and all that stuff. Hopefully we'll get that one day down the line. But Jayson, thank you so much for your time. Everybody, I appreciate you tuning into the video. I'm Jared Valluzzi. Have a good one.